everybody, and welcome back to our third chapter of Dicing with Death for this week. Over the break, Ryan and I discussed, and we're going to play out the next hour or so of Qualneer, and if that wraps us up, then we are going to make a character for Ryan.
Unprecedented.
Dun dun dun!
So
Retiring a character?
Not quite retiring.
Laying off a character.
Let's see. So Qualneer and his party travel north along the road. An elf, the most beautiful woman in all the Southern Isles, a mage, and a mage elf, each on a horse, trotting through this backwards countryside. Crowds part. Everyone, clears the road for you guys to travel through. You spend a day making it to Ashlock, the town on the lake of the same name, where it is actually difficult to avoid recognition as the folk hero who slew the first Dobachu to be to find physical evidence of, I guess, in recent memory. People disappear into the night, but that body was actually found on the roadside the next day. And
yeah.
An elf is hard to forget. So is Michelle.
Yeah. Well,
so not exactly subtle travel, but you're ahead of the rumors, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You're arriving into town, the day before everyone starts telling their friends that you guys had showed up in town.
Right.
So you breeze through and continue north another day to a nameless town along the river, staying in taverns, I assume.
Yeah, we just stay in the taverns and keep it moving. I don't think there's anything we want to say, unless Clarence. No, not Clarence. I have it here. Gareth.
He can answer questions if you'd like. Altwell is doing much better. If there's any questions for her you'd like to ask.
I kind of just want to ask her what the fuck happened to her. Like, why did she follow me?
She didn't follow you. She's the last thing she remembers before waking up in that. She has flashes of the carriage, and then waking up in the hotel room, in the tavern room. The last thing she remembers before that is being in picking blackberries in the elf wood, between lessons, out by herself, but in a safe part of the elf wood, and hearing a mysterious land and seeing a mysterious sound, and turning to see a black shadowy shape envelop everything. She awoke where you found her.
Well, you've been gone for months, and it's been problematic.
It's been much longer since you've seen her, though. I mean, you haven't seen her in years.
I know. We'll let your mother deal with this, but you've been gone for a long time, Allwell. We were worried sick, and I guess it's not your fault, but we were under the impression you got mixed up with the wrong crowd and then kidnapped. But you got kidnapped while picking blackberries in the Elfwood? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So you have a few days pondering this.
Yeah.
Within 2 days, you reach Seagate, where you were able to blend in a little better. And with your knowledge of the city between you and Michelle, and even Gareth is actually much more at home in the big city versus the countryside, even though this isn't really his culture. You guys are able to book passage on a boat north. It costs, 12 gold.
Okay, I can pay for 12 gold.
But you exchange your horses. Did you already subtract money for your horses?
I did. I'd like to sell them, though.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to sell off your horses at what you paid for them.
Okay.
Actually, have Michelle roll a charisma check.
Does passing mean I pay more, or I get more money?
Yes.
23?
Got her. Charisma OP, but yeah. So you managed to get back to pay off the various expenses along the way. Staying in country taverns and booking this ocean passage for the four of you.
Do I get paid in gold and silver and what?
Gold.
Okay.
So 300 gold. You can exchange for silver if you need it.
No, I don't need to. It's just I had platinum, which was nice. Now I have gold, which is less nice.
Yeah, there's a reason platinum's the holy metal.
Yeah, yeah.
In solemn.
Platinum's also really expensive in the real world.
It's very rare.
Yeah. Like when looking at wedding rings, all the platinum rings were 2 to 5 times the cost of the gold ones. They're really
And
expensive.
they're the best metallic dragon, aren't they? Are there even platinum dragons in D&D?
Not in the Monstrous Manual.
They're in Dragonlance, aren't they?
Yeah, well, only... what's his name?
The god.
Yeah, what's his name?
Paladine.
Paladine, yeah. Only Paladine is a platinum dragon.
Okay. So you get on this boat. It takes a few more days to travel north. You're traveling, but you gain, say, 7 HP for Qualneer.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's probably at full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Let
you
me
return
add more 7 to
Solstice.
my pencil go.
Without incident. And you are, I guess I'll transfer you to that screen of the map.
I'll put on.
Gareth will mention that, it couldn't hurt to talk to the Sunblade.
Are we still on at sea or
No,
did we
you
return?
just landed in Solstice unless you have something you want to take care of at sea.
I kind of want to drop Alwell off at the...
Okay, you wanted to book passage to the Elfwood.
Yeah, you know what? No, Alwell can make her way back. She's a big girl.
Yeah, you can pop her on a ship, clip $20 bill to her,
Yeah.
to her.
She'll be fine. Where the hell is the... Oh, it's right here. Okay. I was
All
looking
right,
for this
so
now.
how much do you send her with beyond... We can say that you found her pass. You were able to afford passage with the profit you made from the horses.
Okay. Then I will give her... I don't know. I mean, she's just going home, right? She only needs enough... I'll give her, like, a gold. That should get her...
Yeah.
Like, a day on the boat. That should be more than enough.
She hugs you, pecks you on each cheek, and bids adieu.
Get out of here. Next time, don't get in so much trouble.
Gareth makes straight for the Diviner's Tower. He probably doesn't wait to see your sister safely away.
Okay. I don't really have a problem with that.
And Michelle are left on the docks.
First things first, we go to our house.
Yeah,
My new house that should be finished. It's up here in the map.
So you head to this old district in the northwest corner of town.
Yeah.
Through these close-packed sandstone structures, past the families, the children, the housewives, at the fountain, and you make your way to your house, completed exactly as it was drawn.
I look for Kierkegaard.
So I guess I don't remember what your instructions were. Oh, this is not...
This is my house. This is it.
Yeah, this is your house, but the plans are not really there. I guess this is kind of there.
Yeah, the plans are here. Do you not see the plans that I've drawn?
Yeah, I guess it's only the top floor. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's no
But everything
bottom floor.
is as you... I mean, the bottom floor is done. The stairways are done.
The secret passages are done?
What's that?
The secret
All the
passages?
secret passages are done. There are wooden doors through most of the doors, except for the secret passages, which are sliding stone doors designed by Kierkegaard himself.
What did... I asked Kierkegaard...
You find him actually in the basement. Can you send me an image of the actual floor plan?
I will.
Just for my reference.
I would like to ask Kierkegaard how he dealt with the door into the sewer. Because I don't want crazy things coming back up. Is that now a magically held door?
Yes, it is locked. Can you send me that map on Skype?
It is on its way. Here you go, in the Skypes.
Yeah. Layer.png.
Here's the map. I've got the map on display for everyone right now on stream.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out where he would be loitering while he waits for you to return with the rest of his money. There we go. You actually find him in the secret workshop. There are big stone benches laid out, and he's sort of tinkering away.
Okay.
Some small mechanical device.
Hey, Kirky, how's it going?
Ah, Qualneer. Sorry, what you had asked a question, or what was the topic you were trying to get
Whatever
more
it is,
to?
I've completely forgotten.
Oh, the sewers. He said,
Oh, yeah.
yes. They're blocked off for the time being. You'll have to get me or another spellcaster, or maybe some explosives if you want to get access to the sewers.
Well, can I hire you to build me a door? Even if it's just like a door with a bar across it. You know, I need like a door to the sewer. That was the whole point of that sewer tunnel, was a door to the sewer. You didn't even finish the job I sent you to
Sure,
do.
sure. What? Excuse me? Have you seen this place?
This place is magnificent, but the reason I built this place was for access to the sewer, specifically.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, there's a wall in front of it.
And while we're at it about unfinished business, you owe me 7,000 gold.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Well then,
you can have your sewers when I get my coin.
I'm gonna go upstairs and start counting out your coins right now. And when I'm done, I hope there is a door in my wall.
Man, so gemstones are preferred.
All right, let me go tally up some money for you. All right, let's open up a calculator app. So, I'll give him the 1,000 GP necklace, the 500 GP gem, the 5 gems times 1,000 GP. Oh, I think those are each at 2. No, because all the other ones are labeled each. Okay, that must be 5,000. 1,000 gems. Plus 170. What am I at? I'm at 6,670. I own 5,000. Keep my uncut rubies. What else can I give him? Oh, I know. I'll just give him one of the big Tosseloy rubies and 2 of the 1,000 GP gems. I have a lot more money than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the big Tossley ruby is worth $5,000, right?
Yeah, but I have 2 of them.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So you give him that, and what else?
And I have 5 gems times 1,000 GP. So I have 5 1,000 GP gems. I don't know what types they are, but they're near the top of my money list.
He covetously grabs the ruby and whatever other gemstone you hand him. He mostly ignores the other gemstones and looks at the ruby.
I hand him
this is huge! Where did you get this?
In my ruby mine.
You have a ruby mine? And he pulls himself close.
I do.
Can you get more of these?
Yes.
How many?
If you need. Whoa, you hold on now. Where's my door?
Oh, right this way, right this way.
Okay, I go down and take a look. Is my door in place?
It's a sandstone wall. He sort of raps on it and mutters some words, and it blows open.
Okay, now we need a way to close it so the rats don't come in.
Yeah, I'll get to work. I'll get to work.
Good. All right. We can talk more when your work is done.
Yes, right away. And he pulls out a piece of chalk and starts sketching on the walls.
Okay. I go back and I peruse through the house. I take it there's no furniture.
No, there's a lot of stone furniture.
Okay.
But he didn't
like stone bookshelves.
He didn't really do any interior decorating. Yes, there are some stone bookshelves. There's stone benches in the workshop.
Okay.
There's stone counters in the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, stone cisterns in your water closet or whatever you want to call them.
Do I have a water closet?
I have no idea. So he furnished whatever seemed
I do.
reasonable, but he didn't really.
Okay.
What
then
did you
I
call
don't.
it in your map?
I called it a bath.
Yeah. So there's like a stone bath and a stone little sink.
Right. I take it there's somewhere in town that I can, have someone go and buy furniture. I can like furnish my house, right?
Yeah, all of this is trivial. It will cost a little more money and
That's fine. I have lots of
an
money.
insignificant amount of time, but effectively it's all in place. He has had the doors done, but
Okay.
it looks like he didn't take liberties decorating your place.
That's fine. I'll actually give Michelle free reign to decorate the house. I want her to do it because she's got high charisma and she'll make it look nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything Qualneer wishes to do in the meantime?
Yeah. Now that everything's in place, he wants to go see the gem cutter.
Oh yes, Granite's cousin.
Yeah.
The dwarven gem cutter.
All right, here comes the dicey part of this game.
I don't even know. Did we even give him a name? I think he was just Granite's cousin.
He's Granite's cousin, man.
Yeah, somewhere his workshop is a crappy little wooden shack in the new quarter of Solstice.
Yeah. All right. We go find Granite's cousin.
Sure, you're able to locate his shop, same place it was last time.
So, how are you doing? Did you finish those samples I left with you?
Oh, yes. What did you leave him with samples? Do you recall?
I think I left him a sample of some of that, just like ore, and he was going to try and make me something out of it so I could test if he was a decent gem cutter or not.
Yeah. What's your appraising skill?
My appraising skill?
So this was ruby. How much ruby ore did you leave him?
That's a very small amount. Like
how many pounds? Do you recall?
Like I was just going to give him like one bit of ore. If it's a pound, then it was a pound.
Okay.
So,
what's your appraisal skill?
My appraisal skill is 12.
You know what you actually okay? So he hands you a large cut ruby, looking pretty much like the one you just paid Kierkegaard for 5,000. You aren't able to get a fresh read like norm. I mean, I don't know. So you're like you don't spot any impurities, but you don't get your appraisals check fails. Is what I'm trying to
But
say.
he did successfully.
But you are holding a big ruby.
Good job. Excellent. Now we had agreed that this trial would cost what, 10%?
Yeah, so that'll be 500.
Excellent. I hand him a 500 GP gem.
He looks at it with his little spectacles.
Mm-hmm.
Flips in some lenses to inspect more closely and seems satisfied for that as payment.
Okay.
So you trade a 500 GP gem for a presumably 5,000 GP gem.
Presumably.
And you have also verified that at least this guy has a gem cutting proficiency.
Yeah.
He may not be the finest gem cutter in all the land, but
he works for me, and he's going to work for free. Great. Now, I have some more that I would really like you to look at if you have a moment with me.
Sure. Show me the money.
Come with me. You might want to wrap up here. It might be a while. And as per before, let's keep this hush-hush. We don't need the other people to find out what's going on between us.
Sure. Yes. He cleans up his shop and follows you consensually to your dungeon.
Okay. I take him down. I open the... Let's take a look at the map here. I take him down the staircase into the storage area, and I'm like, here.
Is the map still up on the screen?
Yeah,
for
the map's
viewers?
up on the screen. I just popped it back up.
He's actually super. I mean, he's blown away by your sweet digs.
Yeah, I make him actually...
Oh, there's a basement? And he's like,
wait, hold on, you need to stay here. I make him wait on the staircase while I open the secret door, the secret storage door when he's out of sight.
Through the master bedroom, right?
No, you don't have to go through the master bedroom. You go down the staircase. There's a secret door in the storage compartment, in the storage room. Downstairs.
Okay, so down the staircase. Okay,
Yeah.
the secret storage, but you open the secret door into the secret storage.
Yeah, but I open it when he's still on the staircase, so he can't
So he
see.
doesn't realize the secret door. He thinks it's just a hallway.
Or if he does notice the secret door, he doesn't notice what the mechanism is.
Sure.
And then I say, all right, come on in, back here through this passageway.
Yeah. And then you show him the workshop, and he's stoked.
Yeah, I show him the workshop. I'm like, all right, what do you think about this? You know, this is a workshop that I would have set up for you.
He starts dwarving out all over the place. Yeah. He's just admiring. I mean, it's a
big workshop.
Like an 800 square foot workshop, I would guess. I mean, it's got loads of counter space. It doesn't really have any tools in it yet.
Right.
Kierkegaard actually left some of his shit about some of his tools.
Okay.
So it's like a half-stocked workshop.
While he's geeking out, I shut the door to the secret workshop and I go and open the other secret door from the secret workshop.
Okay. From the outside, so that he doesn't see.
I don't mean like if.
Oh, actually, there's mechanisms on both sides. It's basically like there's a hidden
panel.
It doesn't look like a panel. The wall looks like smooth sandstone, but there's a hidden section that you can push like a.
Okay. Yeah, so I kind of palm it when he's not looking as best as I can. If I fuck up and he sees it, it's not that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. He'll inevitably see it later, is my point. And I say, here, check this out. Come this way. And I take him.
You distractedly, still grinning, and
I take him to the cell, and I open it up, and go, hey, you see that?
It looks like a closet.
No. Come here. And I lead him inside the cell. And when I'm in, I'm like, all right, back there in the back corner. Go take a look.
So right now the cell door, it's just an oak door. It does have a lock on it from the outside.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I kind of come inside. I'm like, no. See back there?
Currently empty. It's a large room.
Mm-hmm. And as he comes in, I just like push him in and then step out and shut and lock the door.
What's the meaning of? And you're able to lock him in there just fine.
Yeah. Good. I'll come back and deal with him later.
Well,
I then had looked for Kierkegaard.
Congratulations.
I now look for Kierkegaard.
Yeah, he's sort of working away at the entrance to the sewers. Looks like he's using some sort of spell to drill into the stone.
Good. All right. Kierkegaard, where are the keys for all the doors in this house?
He had already given them to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I assume there was.
Right now, there's one key for all of the doors. In fact, most of the interior doors don't even have locks.
Right. I would expect it to be the exterior doors and the cell door, and maybe the door between the
same key at this point.
Yeah, but the doors that would have locks would not be all of them, just some of them. And then I say, all right, well, the cell is already occupied. So if you hear some strange noises, that's just our resident prisoner for the time being. Ask no questions, and no questions will be asked of you.
He's totally ignoring you.
Perfect.
Huffing his sandstone and wrapped up in his
All right. Now I gotta go find... Shit, what's my man's name?
Bates, Master Bates.
No, not Bates, the other man.
Oh, Imbop.
Imbop! Yes, Imbop.
Right next door.
I go over next door to the Rose Groves. And I ask I knock on the door.
You knock the door, and the Widow Rosegrove answers. She,
is she still in black?
Colorful, yeah. No, she's wearing a yellow dress and
cool,
bubbly and quite attractive now that her mourning period is over.
Ms. Rosegrove.
Oh, Qualneer.
How has Imbop been treating you?
Come in.
I come on in.
Would you like him to fetch you some tea?
Imbop. I would.
He comes in wearing a ridiculous servant's uniform, penguin tails and everything.
Do I like it? Is it good?
That his mustache has been shaved.
They made him shave his mustache?
You don't know if he chose or if they shaved it off him.
Alright, well, I'm gonna keep the ridiculous outfit and then ask him if he wants to grow it back. Because I kind of think a butler with a big mustache would be pretty awesome.
Well, he never had a big mustache. He had a thin, creepy mustache.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a big, thick one.
No,
No.
no. He
Okay.
brings in a a silver tray with tea and little crumpets on it. Little children running about at his feet.
Oh,
He
I.
recognizes Timmy amongst the little rascals.
Well, how I see that you have been getting along quite well here in Bop. Have you not?
Yes, master.
You don't need to call me master, but thank you. Well, this is quite fantastic. I hope you've been treated well, and I hope the
Miss
Rose
Rosegrove.
Groves are happy with you.
Yeah, Miss Rosegrove steps in and says, "Oh, he's been such a great help. I
Excellent.
really do thank you for
Well,
lending him to us."
I am back here now, so Mbappa, I will have my own needs for you, but my house is small and not big, and if you enjoy the things here and things are easy there, you may visit the Rose Groves, or I don't know. It feels
Sort of,
weird talking about you like this in front of you. I
he's
don't
not
know.
responding really. Miss Rosegrove answers, "We'll have to have a dinner party.
Exactly, dinner party. There we go. Cool.
Eliza and Imbop can prepare quite a feast.
Excellent,
Oh,
excellent.
joy!"
Well, maybe we can do family dinners. It's just the two of us, and it's hard to cook for two.
Well, Imbop will do a fine job.
Excellent, excellent.
I'll
So,
make sure he lays off the spice.
spice it up, Bob.
So
Let's.
you have your Imbop back,
Yeah, I send now. I send Imbop and Michelle to go decorate the house, and I give them however much money they could conceivably need for that.
which is
I don't know. I give
maybe
them.
just subtract it and
I'm willing to pay up to 2,000 gold to fully furnish my house.
okay. Do you give Michelle those funds, or
Sure, I give her.
maybe move that to Michelle's character sheet, and we can decide later how much of that actually gets spent. Right now, you basically got quite a Spartan little fortress here. I mean, you can live out of it, but it's not comfortable or stylish. Any gold you spend on top is sort of just
Okay.
flavor
I
tech.
Let's see. Is there anything else I actually need to do here?
Well, we're leaving Qualneer with plenty of loose ends, I think. I mean, so anytime you would want to play him, I've got, several quest leads that could easily be picked up. But I don't know that there's anything that I can think of that still needs to be done. I think you've cleared your debts. You have your home.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I would also get tools that the craftsman would need, and
Yeah,
eventually I'll
I
go down and
assume
explain to him the shenanigans and have him make me Tosloy rubies all day and night.
We can. I don't think we're going to fast forward that. I mean, I think
Okay.
we're sort of ending with him in
Cool.
somewhat discontentedly living in your little prison cell next to the secret workshop.
You can call it what it is, man.
Your sweatshop. Your sweatshop in the basement.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's probably not. He's a dwarf. It's not too far off from what he's used to.
Well, Qualneer's not a good guy. He's a bad guy that sometimes has good moments, I think. That's how I feel about him.
No mossy arrows. Neil didn't just win the D&D campaign.
You don't win D&D. That's ridiculous.
We all won years ago just by playing.
All right.
Ripped out my headphones.
So, what?
Say that again. Is there anything else you want to wrap up with Qualneer?
No, I think
You want to buy any loose I mean, you're in Solstice. You can go see the Sunblade or Gareth or any of your guild contacts in the city to get whatever anything cleared up you would like to have cleared up before we put this on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
If you have,
I can't think of anything else. My question for you is, do you want to roll your character now?
What does chat think?
I think we should go to a break so the VOD cuts nice and easily.
Yeah.
And when we come back from the break,
Yeah.
we will roll your character.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Quick
nice
break
short break. Nice quick one, just to reset the VOD.
for VOD purposes.
Yes, for VOD purposes. Cool. See you guys on the other side.